everybody.
Hi, friends. Well, from beautiful Salt Lake City, Utah,
It's Thank God I'm Atheist.
where we, a couple of atheists, just try to make sense of this increasingly bizarro Christian world that we live in here in the United States of America.
I'm Frank Feldman.
And I'm Dan Beecher.
And coming up on the show today, Dan, New York City has a new mayor. And he took his oath on a Quran.
And the world went apeshit.
There didn't need to be a negative thing that came of it, but there was.
And some of it, some of it's unsurprising. Some of it surprised even me. Like there were a couple of reactions where I was like, what is it that you think is happening right now? Anyway,
we'll be getting to that on the second half of the show.
Yeah.
But first, we have some news of the week, things that have happened, Dan.
A new or two,
we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Dan.
Okay.
There's some things that you and I need to talk about. First one, Dan, is why the hat?
For those of you listening instead of viewing us on the YouTube channel, I'm wearing a hat and Frank is mystified.
I'm perplexed.
Just so that you know, Frank,
it's a very nice hat,
and I think
I'm just inquiring.
I think I speak for everyone when I say hats are pretty normal. Like lots of people wear hats.
Okay, all right. So you say. All right, but first there is some news, including a New York Times article that came out this last week.
That's still a newspaper? I thought that was just a game company now.
An article featuring Marjorie Taylor Greene. They went in depth. This thing was
okay.
They went they really talked to her and everything. But in there is some nuggets about her take on Trump and his Christianity, and sort of her moment of realization.
Okay.
That Trump might not actually be completely sincere in his professed Christianity.
No.
So she harkens back to the memorial service that was televised for Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
And memorial service, right-wing political rally. That was held in his name.
Is that the one that had the fireworks? Because
I didn't watch it. I don't know. I don't know which one that would have been.
I don't know.
But nonetheless, this was the one.
Here's what I've seen. I have seen multiple videos at different times of his wife, what's her name, Erica Kirk, coming out to fireworks, to pyro,
as she should, because that's how I like. If I were gunned down, that's how I'd want Dave to show up at the memorial service.
Just.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Fireworks, so forth and so on.
Remind me what is in the lineup of the sort of the stages of grief? Pyrotechnics is, I think, third or fourth. I don't remember which one.
It's whichever one where you celebrate their death. Have you gotten to celebration?
Have you gotten to finally? I'm the center of attention again.
Anyway. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
This is Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
Right. She gets out on stage, and this is sort of something that she famously did, right? Which was that she says that she forgave her husband's killer.
Right.
And then President Trump decides that he's going to chime in. I'm sure it was scheduled for him to. But anyway, Trump says he was a missionary with a noble spirit and a great, great purpose. Right. He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. I don't want the best for them. And this had Marjorie Taylor Greene. This was the moment for her where she goes, that was absolutely the wrong statement. Is her quote. It just shows where his heart is. And that's the difference. With her having a sincere Christian faith, and it proves that he does not have any faith. I don't think it proves either of those things, but if that was the breaking point for MTG, then great. I'm all for it.
I guess she's just such a, like, I will say this. You and I were talking about her before the show, and and you were extolling okay, everyone, Frank is a fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I want to meet Marjorie Taylor Greene at this point. I really legitimately do. Like, I want to walk up to her, shake her hand, look her in the eye, and say, I don't agree with a thing you say, but you're amazing. And just keep doing what you're doing. You have, I will read any article that has your name in the headline at this point, because I just want to see what you're up to.
You know what?
Like, you're so much fun. Thank you.
If 4 gay men did that enthusiastically enough, I bet you could change her opinion about LGBTQ people. I bet it could.
It's really possible. Like,
you just suck her into, like, oh, girl, no, we are fans. You need to change it, just like 1 or 2 things, but girl, you are amazing, or whatever.
I really don't think that she's amazing. I think she's an absolute nut.
Yeah.
And legitimately, I don't agree with 99% of what she has to say, except for the fact that she was fighting. Yeah, she was fighting to have, like, the Epstein files released. That was her. Okay, great. You go, girl. Yeah. Right? Like,
yeah. I think she does have, like, I think what we've come to is that in her own bizarre way, she has integrity to whatever lunatic thing she is believing in this moment. Yeah. She is all in, and she's not going to say anything else.
Well, and you pointed out that, like, she came clean about the whole QAnon thing.
Yeah.
But, like, she actually is, like, on the record saying, yeah, I believed it. And I can't believe it. It's wrong.
Yeah. Right? And I feel betrayed. And I feel,
yeah. And it's like,
you're telling me there aren't Jewish space lasers? What's going on?
I seriously doubt, like, your ability to, like, perceive the world well or correctly, because of your ability to be duped into QAnon conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. But when you came to realize that they were false, you said it, right?
Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah. And rather than so many people who just, like, embarrassingly sort of sweep it under a rug and hope no one ever brings it up again, and if they do, they just run out of the room.
Well, anyway, this is all leading up to an example of how I think she is right about Trump.
Okay.
Not being a real Christian. I think she might be right, Dan.
What? Again, shocked.
Over New Year's Eve, did you see this? He auctions off a painting of Jesus at his big Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve soiree, right?
I did see this. I didn't realize there was an auction. I just saw
it was an auction. He opens the bidding at $1 million on this painting of Jesus Christ.
Is this the one that was speed painted by that lady?
Vanessa Horabuena.
I don't know. I just saw a speed
she's an
painted
Instagrammy
Jesus.
person. And she describes herself as a Christian worship artist. It's very likely. I don't think the painting. Anyway, that's beside the point. This is the point. Is he opens the bidding at $100,000.
Oh my God.
Right? And then somebody jumps in with a $1 million bid, and he's like, whoa, $1 million. Right. And then, but then he's like, hey, but that's just peanuts, pointing to this guy, right? Some Wall Street guy, and who he must be a fan of, because he's like, he says that the man wears a MAGA hat, which allows him to, quote, take people by surprise before he pumps the money out of their wallets. Right? Yay! This is who's at the party.
Yeah.
And then a $2 million bid came right after it, and he's like, well, yeah, great. And then this is his impulse. This is his instinct. In order to run it up higher, a picture of Jesus Christ, he offers to sign it in order to get the bidding up higher, which it does. And it ends up, the final bid was $2.75 million for an autographed painting of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, autographed not by the artist.
Not by the artist.
And I'm sure that's there too. Either.
Not by the subject, but by one Donald J. Trump.
Oh my God.
A good Christian.
Can I just say, I just looked it up. It is the painting I was thinking of.
Okay.
It was done. It was speed painted in 10 minutes before the auction, right? Immediately before the auction, and then just auctioned off. And it is every bit as classy and high quality as we would expect from anything involved with Donald John Trump.
Oh, well, there you have it.
But the eyes are piercingly blue. So at least we know it's a good white Jesus.
White Jesus is, that's
Christ,
the only true Jesus.
That it is so, everything about what you just said is perfect and horrifying, except that if Marjorie Taylor Greene is calling it out, at least there's that. That's fascinating.
Well, right. She's not calling that out. I was using that as an example to agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay.
Of like, yeah, I do agree with you, Marjorie.
Yeah.
I agree. Once again, strangely, I find myself agreeing with you, Marjorie.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, if you are listening, Frank wants to go to brunch with you.
I will pay for brunch, Marjorie. You can have all the mimosas you want.
He'll fly out.
For a chance to have brunch with Marjorie Taylor Greene, I would absolutely fly out.
Oh my God.
Buy her brunch, get her, loaded on mimosas and have a grand old time.
Yeah.
I would totally do that.
Okay. Well, I'm coming too then. If we're doing it, we're doing it.
No, it's my special brunch with Marjorie. Dan.
That is the worst My Dinner with Andre sequel of all time. My Brunch with Marjorie.
My Brunch with Marjorie.
Okay, I'm going to take us now from wherever the fuck we are to Glen Allen, Virginia, where Pastor Josh Whitlow sermonizes at he's the lead pastor of the Heights Church there in Glen Allen. And apparently he pissed somebody off because this person has anonymously gone to the press and he contacted a reporter and said that his pastor, we all thought AI was going to be the problem. No, this pastor has just plagiarized, straight up stole, according to this person, more than 100 sermons from other pastors.
Oh.
And what that means is, and now there is a YouTube channel that is called Stealing Sundays. And this channel is just sort of back to back, one pastor doing the sermon and then the other pastor doing the sermon. Now that wouldn't be that big of a deal. It wouldn't be that interesting if it were just like, Jesus went to the Mount of Olives and said blah, blah, blah. And that's how, no. We're talking one pastor in, 2019 gave a whole story about how he was paddled by his, in junior high by the guy, somebody in authority, and how that guy then told him that he was going to be a leader for Jesus and blah, blah, blah. Oh. And then Pastor Whitlow tells exactly the same story, a few minor modifications, but steals not theological content, but personal stories.
Lies about himself. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad because I bet you're probably right that like the theological stuff probably gets plagiarized all the time. And goes without being noticed, right?
Yeah. And I'm sure that, I'm surprised that we don't have many more stories of this because I am positive that they're just constantly passing things around and
probably
and stealing each other's stuff. And I'm sure that there are gentlemen's agreements about it. And that became clear when this if
you tell my duck hunting story, just
keep it. Don't put it on your YouTube channel or something. But this guy's been putting it out there on the YouTube and whatever.
Oh wow! Okay.
And so when this reporter decided to reach out to all of these pastors, the pastor that he stole from the most was a guy named Chris Hodges, who was apparently a mentor of Pastor Whitlow. And so he apparently watches his stories and goes back deep into the YouTube archives to grab something and then steals it. And Pastor Hodges was pretending like he was totally fine with it. Oh, he's encouraged him to use his content when it's helpful. I'm positive that's not the case. I'm positive that when he found out, he was like, "What the fuck is he doing? Tell your own damn stories." I just think that's interesting. Like,
who wants to tell someone else's story as their
right?
Like, go make your own stories, or if nothing else, does it stop being an inspirational story if you just tell the story that it happened to someone else? Right.
My friend Pastor Hodges, he said so and so.
Yeah. Like, why do you like?
Because they're liars, Frank. Because
they're liars, and it also, I think, there's something in there that speaks to their motivations for becoming a pastor, right? Like, these are people who want to elevate themselves,
right?
Who want to be like.
It's not about serving Jesus. It's about it. This is about. Yeah, self-aggrandizement and feeling important and all that sort of stuff. And it doesn't matter how you get there or like what you say.
Yeah.
It just matters that if it sounded like, and here's the other thing, and this is what really chaps my hide. I watched a few of these videos. He doesn't get the delivery. He doesn't get it. The other guy, he's telling it, he's working it, he knows his audience. Then he comes in and tries to tell the same story. Half the stuff lands flat because he hasn't figured out how to translate it to his audience, how it's different. He's not reading the room right.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
It is a shame.
That's a question of craft. And I think he's been doing this long enough. He should be better at his craft.
Indeed.
So, there you go.
There you go, Dan. I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
You will recall, Dan, a few weeks ago, maybe at this point, I talked about the latest prophet to hit the internet with some flourish and splash and whatnot. Ebo Noah, he's the fellow who was building arks because God told him that the world was going to start. It was going to start raining on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's right.
Just last week.
We were meant to have flooding.
And then the world, it wasn't going to stop raining for like 3 years or something like that.
Which we need here in Utah.
We could really use that.
We're in the middle of a very, very bad drought.
Well, anyway, a very interesting consequence has happened to this man because of this. He is now in police custody. In Ghana, which is where he lives. A court in Ghana has remanded Evans Eshin, that's his real name, into police custody for 2 weeks following his arrest over a failed doomsday prophecy.
They arrested him for getting it wrong?
The court, just wait for it, Dan. The court ordered a psychiatric assessment. At a nearby hospital, and he faces charges of false communication, deliberately misleading the public, and publishing false news.
Wow!
They're holding him accountable for his claims. They waited until they didn't come true. And then they went, and they're just in case, because maybe, who knows? Maybe he was going to be right. You can't prove
it's not true until it's not true.
And so he spent months building a following online. Talking about this impending disaster. Hundreds of people followed him, showed up, right, to get on the ark.
This is one of the saddest things about humanity is if somebody talks enough nonsense like this, they will find followers who believe them.
It's insanity. It makes me kind of want to try it out because this isn't working, right?
You and I are not rich. It's true. we could. Apparently, this guy's problem was that he did it in Ghana, where they actually care about the truth. Or something.
They care about the truth.
What the hell?
So anyway, yeah. So there was these people who had gathered abandoned homes, and their gathering created a significant public safety issue, according to local authorities.
Sure.
And some people traveled from nearby countries, including at least one person from Liberia, who went to join the Ark, right?
Yeah.
And so this is a disruptive thing, right?
Yeah.
What this guy did disrupted people's lives, people who probably weren't stable, right?
Yeah.
And fed them some falsehood, which he apparently has sort of admitted. He said to police that his actions were for online engagement, and that he expressed regret. Well, this is his mistake. He didn't get a lawyer to tell him to shut up.
Right.
And so anyway, he has no religious training, despite the online persona where he dresses like, John the Baptist.
Right.
And so like he ends up admitting it, and now he's being psychiatrically evaluated to determine if he's fit for trial.
That guy better hope that he's as crazy as he sounds, because otherwise, apparently he's going to jail.
Now, obviously, and apparently people in Ghana, they kind of go either way on this. There's the people who are glad that the authorities are looking to protect the public.
Sure.
Right. And then there's the other side that's like concerned about the free speech implications of there being consequences for what you say. That's the thing I don't get. You can say whatever you want, but if there's negative consequences for society, right, and demonstrable like consequences, negative consequences, I don't know. I think there should be legal action that can be taken.
I mean, obviously that can't happen here. As long as you sincerely believe it, especially if Jesus is attached somehow, nobody can come for you for anything.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy,
but it's crazy.
We need
to start shutting this shit down.
Oh,
there need to be more consequences for the nonsense that people say online.
Yeah, you shouldn't just be able to
that's
say,
what needs to happen.
So much of religious bullshit is the equivalent of shouting fire in a theater. So much of it is. So much. And people literally die.
Yeah.
People are literally killed, and they literally die because of that kind of rhetoric, because of crazy rhetoric. Yeah. And yet, as long as Jesus is attached, nothing you can do about it. That's freedom of religion.
Yep.
Speaking of freedom of religion here in these United States, we're in a new era, obviously, where we don't have a working government or a Supreme Court that cares about actual jurisprudence or any of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it is exactly the right time, I think, for Governor Mike Braun of Indiana and his Attorney General Todd Rokita to ask a judge to vacate a previous ruling disallowing the Ten Commandments, a monument to the Ten Commandments to be put on outside the Capitol building. There was already one there that was placed back in 1958, probably when it was probably one of the ones that they did as a promotion for the Ten Commandments. We've talked about this, right?
We've talked about
that Cecil B. DeMille just sent out a whole bunch of Ten Commandments monuments to states as a promotional thing for his movie, and then it was just a monument that was there anyway. So this was there, and then it was vandalized in 91, and they were going to replace it back in, and that didn't happen until 2000, and then the ACLU, or rather the Indiana Civil Liberties Union, which is now ACLU of Indiana, but then it was ICLU. They sued because there used to be, separation. They used to believe that First Amendment of this Constitution, like they thought that was pretty cool back then.
Yeah.
Now we know it's a bunch of stupid idiot stuff, but back then it was really cool. And so they, ACLU or ICLU won, and the courts applied what was called the Lemon Test, which was a legal test to determine if something was too religious, like if it was actually violating the First Amendment of the Constitution. And basically it said that a statute had to have a secular purpose, and it had to neither advance nor prohibit religion, and avoid excessive government entanglement with religion. And that was a really good test, and that's why the court said, no, you can't have that Ten Commandments thing because it doesn't pass the Lemon Test. And then our Supreme Court, in all of its wisdom, this is the Supreme Court established the Lemon Test, decades ago, and then they killed it. They decided that that's not a good test anymore. Blah blah blah. So now, look out! I'll bet you it looks like they have a good shot at getting a rock with a bunch of religious scribbles on it back onto the Indiana state capitol, and from there, it'll just be a cascade.
Yeah.
We'll have one here probably.
We will absolutely have one here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hooray.
So much fun. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Everything's going great, Dan.
Everything's going great.
Including, Dan, my next story where things decidedly are not going great, I guess is probably the correct thing to say. Iran, Dan. You've heard about the protests, right, that have broken out over the last number of days. I don't know what the state will be by the time you guys are of the protests will be by the time you guys are hearing this.
Right.
But as we speak, there are still people protesting in the streets in fairly large numbers in Tehran, and it's spread out to other cities throughout Iran over largely economic issues. The Iranian currency has lost its value. It's extremely inflated.
Surely not.
Or inflation has hit their currency very, very, very hard. And to the point that it takes 1.42 million of their reals, I think is their currency, to get $1. So it's inflated.
Wow.
It's super inflated. And that's
go to Iran, be a millionaire.
That's more than a 56% increase over the last 6 months.
Wow, that is rough.
Which is really, really, really hard. Apparently, food prices. Get this: anybody who's complained about inflation at American grocery stores, you're right. It has sucked, but their food prices went up by 72% over the last year. Imagine that.
Wow.
So as is typically the case when people start getting hungry, protesting starts to break out, and people are having a hard time buying food. There's a lot of people who are going very hungry, and there are a lot of like small business owners, shopkeepers who have just shut down their stores as part of the protest, and they're hitting the streets. They can't afford to stay in business. It's they're not making. This one shop owner says, "What will my children eat? Do we have to bring suitcases of cash to simply buy bread? Do you find that normal?" He says to The Guardian. Anyway, so students are basically shutting down university campuses. Merchants have closed their stores. Demonstrators have blocked off streets, and the police are having a very, very hard time getting this under control. And the people are finally, I think the people have been calling for regime change for quite some time, but students are, they've lost the student vote, it seems like, the leaders of Iran. And the students are starting to call for the mullahs to be removed and it's time for democracy. These are this is pretty big stuff that these people are calling for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Stuff that gets you in serious trouble.
Yeah. Calling for the mullahs to be removed. I don't think they're going to like that. I don't think the mullahs are going to be excited about that.
It may not go terribly well. But I mean, it's a country that desperately needs to get out from under their theocratic rule of that they currently have.
Yeah.
It is a horrible regime. I don't think so all of this economic woes are because it's so heavily sanctioned.
Right.
But the international community is like, nobody really likes Iran. Everybody's on board with these sanctions, right? Like, sanctions have a hard time working and being effective when like half the world is sanctioning a country and the other half is still willing to do business with them.
Right.
And Iran has been very effectively sanctioned and the problem is with sanctions is it hurts the people. Right. But that ultimately is also what destabilizes the regime if the people hit the streets.
Right.
So it's a horrible situation that they're in. I really feel for them. I hope they get the democracy that they're calling for. I hope they throw off the power of them, throw away the power of the religious leaders.
Yeah, it's rough because
who run the country.
Because we're kind of staring down the barrel of our own theocracy here.
Yeah.
And I don't like seeing this as our future. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, Iran's an extreme example.
It's pretty extreme. We do have the most powerful sort of economy and military and everything in the world. So
I don't think that I don't think you look to see what's in store for the United States if we keep going down this road. I don't think you look to places like Iran. Like, they are extreme stories.
Yeah.
Like, it's an extreme example, and it would be terrifying to live under such a regime. But I don't see it going that way. I see the nonsense that, getting the 10 commandments everywhere, religion just being ubiquitous in our politics and public sphere. There being religious tests for running for office, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but also
those are the problems. And those people should be able to get as pissed off and terrified about those things, which are the more likely things to happen in this country. We shouldn't have to hold up a country like Iran and saying, this is where we're headed, which is where political discourse is in this country. Right.
Well, yes, but on the flip side of that, it's more than just what the things that you outlined. There's also the degradation and destruction of our institutions, of our Constitution is, to use a Mormon phrase, hanging by a thread. It is like we are barely holding on to the ideals that we're supposed to be holding on to.
No,
and
I agree.
And so you're right that Iran is too extreme of an example, but we don't have any real examples. We don't know what happens when this country becomes a theocracy.
Right.
But it's scary.
Oh yeah, it's scary because it's unknown and we don't know how far it could possibly go.
Right.
Right. I'm just saying, because it sounded like you were kind of starting to hold it up as a little bit of a cautionary tale. And I'm like, I just wanted to just push back on that idea, because the theocracy that is potentially coming for the United States is
coming for it's here.
Is potentially in some ways more insidious, right?
Yeah.
It's going to sneak in and affect our daily lives by pushing religion into the realms where it doesn't belong, while also curbing civil rights for groups that have fought long and hard for those for the protections that they currently have, right?
Yeah.
And that is and that is terrifying. We don't want to take steps back. But I think the theocracy that the United States is headed toward looks a lot more like mid 1900s America, right?
Yeah.
Than it does.
Only that the population of the United States is now demographically so different. And so like mid 1900s America or mid 1800s America is not okay for us.
I know. Like, I'm not saying that any of this is good stuff. Right. I'm saying that it will play out in a way that isn't absolute total control, women like, having to wear burqas, whatever the Christian nationalist equivalent, right?
Oh, they'll figure one out. They'll figure something out. They'll find it.
I don't think it's not The Handmaid's Tale, everybody.
Yet.
Right? Like,
it's not that yet. We're trying, but we're not there. We're not even close.
And I know it's important to keep pushing that narrative, but anyway, so it's happening. I did also want to acknowledge the fact that Donald Trump has threatened to go in to Iran if the Iranian government kills any of the protesters. So we have that to look forward to.
Countries. It is his favorite damn thing.
Once you get the taste of it, Dan,
right? It is just you just don't you really don't appreciate it until you've
George W. Bush. Just look at George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Did it once, couldn't stop himself.
Oh, so
right.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna close this out with a story that comes from here in Utah. But it is a story that has rocked, I tell you, the Christian world here in these United States, because it turns out that a local Chick-fil-A in Orem, Utah, no less, posted to their Facebook page, "Congratulations to the happy couple, Dougie and Toby, 2 men, recently got married, and we are so beyond happy for them. A Chick-fil-A's reported a gay. What are we gonna do?" The gays got married, and the Chick-fil-A didn't scream bloody murder about it. They actually supported it.
The famously Christian Chick-fil-A.
If you don't know,
Christian owners of Chick-fil-A have.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A is one of these companies where the owners really pumped their Christianity into the company. They made sure that no franchise is allowed to be open on Sunday, and then they're just absolutely they really work hard to be Jesus-y, and stuff. But as it turns out, and this is where I'm a little confused about my position on Chick-fil-A. I don't know where I stand anymore. Mm-hmm. Because when the right wing went crazy over this and lost their damn minds that a single Utah franchisee posted a supportive post, and did not take it down, I will let you know.
Orem.
All of these people, they went to Chick-fil-A corporate and they wrote to them and said, "Hey, what are you going to do about this? What's going to happen? Surely this is not acceptable." And apparently Chick-fil-A wrote back and said, "Thank you for contacting Chick-fil-A Cares. Chick-fil-A embraces all people regardless of race, gender, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Chick-fil-A Incorporated is committed to being better at together," corporate speak, "by embedding diversity, equity, and inclusion in everything we do."
What
the fuck is happening?
Do I have to go buy one of their nasty sandwiches now?
I love Chick-fil-A food, and I have been denying myself. I love their sandwiches. I think it's real good. I like their chicken sandwiches. I like their waffle fries. but I have been denying myself Chick-fil-A.
Oh no, Dan.
And
at least my boycott of Chick-fil-A wasn't painful. Like I wasn't going to go anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, yours is meaningless, Frank. It means nothing when you, but I will say this. I'm a little blown away by their.
You have to go get a sandwich.
By their full-throated embracing
today,
of DEI. What is happening? I love it.
Go get your sandwich. Take a picture of you eating the sandwich.
You know what?
Hashtag.
I'm going to go pick up Marjorie Taylor Greene. We're going to get in the car and we're heading over to Chick-fil-A. I don't know what's happening. You
stay away from Marjorie. Marjorie's mine, Dan.
We'll get in because we're headed to Chick-fil-A. Hop in, everybody.
You and Marjorie can go have Chick-fil-A. I'll catch up with you later. We catch up at Forever 21 afterward.
Oh my gosh. I first of all, I will say this. I feel for the Christians because where are they to go now? It's like there's no place safe for them
where do
anymore.
They go? Yeah.
It's just so sad.
Oh man.
They're all going to just camp in Hobby Lobby crying and wishing that the world were better.
It's their safe space.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord. All right. Well, friends, if you would like to chastise either of us for either liking or not liking Chick-fil-A, or if you would like to chime in about any of the things we've talked about, feel free to do so. We'd love to hear from you. podcast@thankgodimatheist.com is the email address.
Or call and leave us a voicemail message. We'd love to hear from you. The telephone number is 424-666-8442. Stick around. There's more show coming up.
All right, Frank, we had some lovely people writing into us. So let's dive in and see what they had to say. This is from John, who says, "Hi, Frank and Dan. Thanks as always for the show. I really enjoy it every week." First, John wrote in about a couple topics, but we really only have time for one. So sorry, John, we're going to get to one of your topics, and that is related to Blair's email from a few weeks ago.
Okay.
John says, "I grew up Mormon. My experience becoming non-religious involved looking at what my religion was doing in the world. I eventually concluded that the leaders and prophets were teaching things that are not good for the world. And because they are supposedly God's representatives, God was no longer worthy of my worship. So while I don't believe God exists, when talking to people about religion, I don't focus on whether I'm an atheist. Instead, I like to explain that it is unimportant to me whether God exists. And if a God thinks it's wrong that I don't care if they exist, they are invited to contact me directly."
Call my complaint line.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do like the position of just like, well, I'm waiting. As of right now, no. But look, God knows how to reach me. So
yeah.
Hit me up anytime.
Yeah. Do your best, God.
Let's have a
talk. Come at me, God, with your touching my heart and shit.
Yeah.
Like
I've read enough for me, my position is, God could convince me that they exist. That wouldn't get me any closer to worship of that God, which is a different thing. Ooh. But who knows? I'll give him a shot. Hit me with it. Why should I worship you?
Yeah. Okay. Make the case.
Make the case. Lay it
What's
out.
What's in it for me?
Well, and I got to tell you, threatening me with eternal conscious torment, it's not the way to go. For me. Just for me. All right. Hiram has written in to say, "Hi, Frank and Dan. I was listening to the latest episode and noticed the Scouts came up in a negative light. I totally get that the organization has a complicated history, but I wanted to offer a bit of updated context that I think often gets missed. In the last several years, the Scouts, formerly the Boy Scouts, Dan is adding, The Scouts have taken major steps to protect kids, far more than most youth organizations. Every potential leader goes through a background check. All leaders all leaders are mandatory reporters, and both adults and youth complete annual abuse prevention training. These requirements were not acceptable to their largest sponsors. In parentheses, you know who I mean. Presumably, that's the LDS Church and the Catholic Church.
Right.
And the Scouts chose to implement them anyway. In doing so, they effectively rooted out the influence that resisted those protections. That deserves to be acknowledged.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think the Scouts have made steady, if late, improvements.
Yeah.
Including, being okay with LGBTQ people, eventually being open to trans and then girls. And I think I think all of that is great. They still, of course, don't accept atheist as being okay. They still make all of the Scouts do the oath that says to God in my country.
It's crazy that they made progress on so many of those, on all the issues that you just mentioned, and they can't get over the atheist one.
The atheist hump.
When like America's changing, right? Like our beliefs are dramatically changing, as recent studies have shown, quicker than anybody was expecting. People are falling away from religion, and so any organization that like keeps a religious test basically on the books, it's just, how can it remain relevant in this country?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, well, the Scouts is a trick. They're in a tricky position. They have dramatically declined in participation and stuff. I don't know. Go to Camp Quest. Have fun there.
Maybe there's some atheist kids though that want to be Scouts.
Yeah, and I have no problem with that. Look, go be Scouts. It's fine. Just like pretend to say the God part or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I did. I pretended.
Man, at that point, I was so used to just chanting like a series of words that grown-ups made me say that it was just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, to God and my country. Yeah. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country. And
to obey the Scout law.
Anyway, all right. Robert has written into us, friend of the show, Robert, who said, singing on the plane would drive me absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
That's correct. I already hate it when someone has sound on their video games on the subway. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not. You're also, I'm just going to say public service announcement. You can't have a conversation on your phone on speaker mode in public. Yeah. Absolutely not. Yeah, get headphones or talk normal like a person. But yeah, no, definitely your video games must be silenced in public. That is a non-negotiable.
Yeah. Okay.
Robert goes on to say, but I'd pay good money to see your other listener counter with opera. You remember that?
Yeah.
Robert said, can you imagine if I would growl death metal on the plane? And I can do it and be loud.
Yeah.
Some nice old satanic lyrics, by bands like Rotting Christ or Bloodbath. I love it. Yeah. I don't think that would go over well.
No, that'd be scary
to sing to Satan.
Yeah.
I would like to see a group get up with a guitar and just that sort of treacly, sickly sweet, that style of music and just sing to Satan instead of to Jesus. That would be, just a sort of a Brady Bunch vibe, but for Satan. I think that'd be cute.
Yeah. That'd be a good reaction.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have some folks to thank. I'm going to launch us. I'm going to start us off because Douglas has given us some money over on PayPal. So thank you so much, Douglas. You are now I believe I'll just say a priest. You're a priest in our fake real religion. You have all of the same kinds of magic powers that the other religions donate or dole out. So congratulations, Priest Doug. And then I believe you got some people to talk about as well.
Do indeed, Dan. We have we have a new donor. There's somebody who signed up on Patreon. Somebody who went to our website, thankgodimatheist.com/donate.
Yeah.
And where there are options, you can sign up as a new patron or a monthly subscriber on PayPal, or a one-time donor on PayPal. That's also an option.
Yep.
And so we need to thank a new deacon by the name of Edward.
Edward, thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you and listen, friends, if you can't afford to give us your money, if you can't afford to, you really should. But if you can't afford to give us your money, you can always like and subscribe over on YouTube. You can give us 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening to us on. All of that helps a lot. So,
it does indeed.
Thanks to everyone. And
as always, Dan, we have our top donor to thank. Our Lord and Savior, Peter.
Woo! More show coming up. Well, Frank.
Dan.
As Threads user Morgan Faith Official has said.
Oh.
Mamdani was recently sworn in on the Quran. Oh, no, was really sworn in on the Quran last night. New York has no idea what they just elected.
None, Dan.
None. No one in New York has ever met a Muslim before, so they are not prepared for what's coming their way.
This is not going to go well.
It is astounding to me how here. I'm going to read another tweet, another thread real quick, because this was the one that I first saw that got me thinking, what the hell is happening right now? Because this one it's just sort of organically hit my feed from a user named I am prophetess Karen. Oh my God, her name is Karen. That's amazing. And she's calling herself a prophetess. I love it. It says, I don't see how Mamdani can be sworn in on the Quran. The Quran holds no power, no authority, and has no place in a nation under God. You can't pledge loyalty to America on a book that rejects its foundation.
I thought the point was for the person to take the oath seriously.
No,
right? That's what I thought. No, they put their hand on a Bible because it makes the oath carry more weight. It's not about the Bible's ability to
It's the Bible has magic powers like Wonder Woman's lasso, and if you swear on it, you will be held to as though no Christian who has actually sworn on the Bible has ever done something wrong. Once you swear on the Bible, you are going to do well. Like that,
always.
You're not
always, Dan.
What about the
always
magic?
Been the case.
It's so weird to me.
It explains why our political system is so pure and functions so well, right?
Yeah.
And that these people clearly have the best interests of the American people at heart. It's because they swore their oath of office on the Bible. It's obvious to me, Dan.
Obvious. It's obvious. What's amazing to me is that so many of the people freaking out are the same people who were conspicuously silent when Donald John Trump was being inaugurated the second time, and his wife Melania held 2 Bibles in her hands for him to put his hand on, and he didn't do it. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I do.
When he was sworn in, one hand is raised up to the sky, and the other hand is just down by his side. And that's how he was sworn in to this second term.
He didn't want to get zapped, Dan.
He was afraid of the powers.
He knew that he was going to be up to no good. And he's like, that book scares me. The book's terrifying. If I put my hand on it and say I'm going to do something and then I don't do it,
I might get zapped.
I'm in serious trouble. I mean, he's already convinced he's going to hell.
He's
right?
already,
which is why he's unloose, unchained at this point. Like he's just all his worst instincts are getting played out because he's accepted it. He's come to terms with being hellbound.
Oh yeah, he's totally fine. He's totally fine.
That's his belief in God.
Is that God's going to get him anyway? So why should he try to act good?
Why would he want to believe in God? Right? Like,
it's absurd. I'm going to read another thread. I've really enjoyed the threads of people freaking out about Mom Donnie's swearing in.
Okay,
because you're right. Like obviously, the reason that we want people to swear in on the book that they hold sacred is because the idea is that this will psychologically bind them to their word. This is them saying, this is so meaningful to me that I'm putting my religious bona fides on the line for this.
Yeah. If the act of swearing on the Bible has any value, that's what it is.
Right. So
that's it.
So if you distrust Mom Donnie because he is a Muslim, you want him swearing on a Quran.
Yeah.
Like if you believe at all that his faith is sincere, that's what you want his hand on. 100%.
Yeah, but I think they also don't want they don't want an insincere Muslim running a city. They don't want a sincere Muslim running New York City.
I think this is the other thing is that it
doesn't matter which way it goes for it's the Muslim issue that's really the problem.
Well, and as much as they believe that their Bible has magic powers, and I promise you they do, they also believe that Islam and that a Quran has negative, bad magic powers.
Ooh,
they 100% believe that this guy has like some sort of supernatural assistance and it's from the devil and he's got devil powers and they're terrified of him.
I didn't even think of that. You're totally right.
So here's another thread.
Terrifying.
From verified user, which means he paid for the blue check mark, Jesse S. Bean, who says, when Zoran Mamdani chose to swear his mayoral oath on the Quran instead of the Bible, it wasn't just a personal religious choice. It was a statement. And Christians would be naive to pretend otherwise. For generations, public office in America carried an unspoken acknowledgement of the Christian moral framework that shaped this nation. Not perfection, not purity, but a foundation rooted in biblical principles of law, human dignity, and accountability before God. And I guarantee you that if you said a foundation rooted in, like, if a Muslim, independent of all of this nonsense, were to write out what it means to have a Quran, a foundation rooted in Quranic principles of law, human dignity, and accountability before God, they would write the same document that a Christian would write about the Bible.
Sure.
It's the fucking same.
Yeah.
Your religion's just as dumb as theirs is, dummy.
Yeah. I just love that they keep making the case for or that swearing on the Bible to hold political office in this country has actually done nothing for us, right? Like this is it. Look at the state of the country, guys. Like you want to defend this thing that supposedly has made American politicians so great? Just look at the country right now. Yeah. Everybody's pissed off. Doesn't matter if you're from the left or the right. You think it's going to hell. And all of our politicians have sworn their oath on a fucking Bible. We're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Start there.
If Donald Trump didn't use the Bible to swear in, you know who did? Fucking Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Clinton, like all of the everybody.
Both of the Bushes, Reagan. It goes back and back and back and back. It's
but every Democrat president that you hate so much swore in on the Bible.
Guess what he did? Yeah, exactly.
So it can't. So like, yeah, it can't possibly mean what you seem to think it means.
Yeah, it's no guarantee that you're going to get the person that you want in office.
Yeah.
Right. Doing the moral things that you want them to be doing, quote unquote, moral things.
But what's more important? Let me tell you something. There's something more important than believing in Jesus, than following the 10 Commandments, than any of those things. And that is screaming in outrage. And if you don't have something to scream about, what are you even doing? So thank God that Mom Dottie got sworn in so that they had something, anything to scream about.
Yeah. I miss the days when it was just some kook in the neighborhood who you knew was going to bend your ear over something like this, right? But now that kook and all of his kooky friends just hit, what was this? Threads is where you were reading all this?
I go to Threads because I can't go to X. I can't do it.
Well, wherever they all just, oh my God, let me share my vomit about, whatever it is. I mean, who are these people? These are just randos, right? These aren't any.
I mean, some of them are important. There has been some outrage by some fairly important people, but like, I don't know.
What did Marjorie have to say about it? I want to know. If Marjorie didn't say it, I don't want to hear it.
I don't know where Marge is on it. Tommy Tuberville did come in, and he's running for governor of Alabama, I think, and he came in with a tweet about it where he posted the New York Times says Mamdani will be the first NYC mayor to use the Quran at his swearing in, and his comment was, "The enemy is inside the gates."
Oh, that's chilling. Dan.
It's scary.
That's chilling.
It's not great. That's not great when someone who Tommy Tuberville is a moron, but he should at least know better than to do that.
Yeah.
But it'll play with his constituents, I'm sure. So
the call is coming from inside the building.
Yeah. Get out. Get out. The enemy is inside the gates. Everyone leave America fast.
I mean, we're trying.
The wrong people are trying, but that's okay.
We're trying really hard, Dan. The Dutch have a really good program, and
I'm ready.
It's pretty easy as long as they don't yank it out from under us.
I don't want to go. I want to go to Southern Europe. I don't want to go to Northern Europe.
Well, you get your foot in where they let you in.
I'm looking at Portugal. I got my eye on you,
citizenship,
Portugal.
And then you've got the whole open borders thing.
You got the whole continent to yourself. You got the whole damn continent. Anyway, so congratulations to Mamdani and New York. Hope it goes well for you without the magic powers protecting you.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna be a nightmare. All right, well, friends, that's it for the show. If you would like to write into us about Mamdani or Ed Koch swearing in on a Hebrew Bible or anything that you want to write into us about, feel free to write in. It's podcast@thankgodimatheist.com.
Or call and leave us a voicemail message. We'd love to hear from you. The telephone number is 424-666-8442.
Yeah, to support the show, go to thankgodimatheist.com/donate and give us your money.
This episode was edited by Roger Gowdy, and music was provided by the Red Rock Hot Club and Gordon Johnston.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We sure do appreciate you.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thank God I'm Atheist is a production of TGIA Media, LLC, copyright 2025, all rights reserved.